Hi, it's Kathy Shawna with Tri-Cities Magazine. We are in the offices of the Fountainhead Network, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, TELUS Optic TV. Our guests today are Tri-Cities United. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a lovely bunch you are. Thank you so much for being here today. Genevieve, Shawna, Vishad, Renata. We are going to talk about what is to come, but let's talk about what the last year brought to Tri-Cities United and what kind of success did you have? Why don't you get us started, Genevieve?
Well, Tri-Cities United, or the idea behind Tri-Cities United was to bring people together, and it was funded during the pandemic because everybody, we all know, was stuck at home, nobody was meeting anybody, and our vision was to start, again, bringing people together. So of course everything started behind the computer. So last year it was monthly event that was hosted on Zoom, and the beautiful part about this is it created a lot of connections, and now today, this year, year 3, we're continuing our 3rd year in creating more connection, but in person this year.
Wow, that's so amazing. Vishad, tell me how you guys came up with the name Tri-Cities United.
I think what happened was it started with a small little fund from United Way. So we thought of the word United.
Yes,
and then we felt all 3 of us, all 4 of us, obviously, brought and encompassed what the Tri-City is, which is community. So when we thought about it, we thought, what should we be? How should we go about it? We said Tri-Cities United because we invested in our Tri-City community. And that's what we're about. We're just about community, and that's where the name came from.
Oh, that's amazing. And I wanted to bring in the Tri-Cities, the United Way portion of it as well, because I think that that's very important. And also as a nonprofit and bringing communities together, I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of community and connection words and things like that. Renata, tell us a little bit about some of the activities and get-togethers that you had over Zoom last year. And what do you think, what was your favorite one?
Okay, we did have many amazing activities, and again, like Genevieve and Vishad said, it really brought our community together, and all of the events were amazing, and so many people came, and there were events including paint night, which was absolutely amazing. The garden event was wonderful. We had events with pumpkin carving. That was wonderful. Everyone came and picked up a pumpkin from our home and decorated it all together and carved it, and there were lots of great prizes and entertainment and people of all ages and kids, adults, seniors. Everybody was all there together as one. The event that personally, again, I love all of them. The event personally that I loved and that it brought together hundreds of people onto the Zoom was the talent show. So there were people who were just new to talent, who were singing and performing and just sharing their art and talent. And there were people who were extremely successful and have been sharing their talent and singing, like Teresa. She was amazing. Everybody was great. And we had so many wonderful people. City Council, our mayor came, and just, again, everybody and all the events were super successful and super fun.
That's fantastic. Great, great. So I've been to the paint night. I've never really painted before. So that was interesting to be able to do it all on Zoom. And, you know, you guys have so much talent from within you. How did people find out about you, like in the community? Like you were like this new group. And I mean, I know I talked to my team. They think you're a soccer club because United, like Coquitlam United. And, you know, and then, you know, it sounds like, you know, a church, right? So how did you get the word out in the community so that people would know who you were?
Yeah, so we started a Facebook page, Tri-Cities United, and we just kind of started sharing it from there. We reached out to Tri-City News, and they had published a story about us when we did our food drive. So I think it just kind of grew by word of mouth in the community.
So is your idea to include all different types of people from all walks of life? I mean, I personally attended about 80% of them because I'm not really interested in the kids' events like the gardening and the gnomes and things like that.
We saw that specifically in the pandemic, people were at home with their family. So it was important to actually create a family all together, but with other people, other families, and get to meet new people. So that was the idea to start with, right?
And you used to do it every month, right? Yeah, and so every month, like, what the great thing about it was you'd see the familiar faces, like, oh, there's this person, there's that person, and although we hadn't met them, we sort of knew their names, like through online Zoom, and I think Zoom's shares went way up the last couple of years, But what's coming up for the future, Vishad?
So I think for the future, we are hoping that what we've taken is creating this community already with these amazing people that we've met. As you said on Zoom, our connection also comes from Zoom. That's when I met you the first time, right? And now it's friendships that come from that and community that's come from that. So we want to take that and be able to build those relationships, but in a world where we're actually together. We are excited. Our first event that's coming up is going to be a paint night again because it was such a success last time virtually. I'm so sure in person it's going to be so much more fun. We have moved to quarterly because we also feel like we want to get a bigger community together each time we do this in person and just spend more effort in making it a greater event.
Right, I thought maybe you wanted to see me less.
Never, Kathy.
No.
Bigger, better, best,
Totally.
right? Yeah. No, I totally get that. And we all lead busy lives now. We're all now coming out of our homes and we have things to do that we didn't do like 2 years ago, right? So any sneak peeks of what we can look forward to, Shawna?
Well, we recently posted a poll on our Facebook page asking the community what they'd like to see. And some of the top responses were family events, socials, and the white party again was a big success. So maybe we'll be doing that again.
Maybe you will. Can we just change the color this time? Like, can we have a red party? Whatever the color, just not white. No, I'm joking. Yes, and speaking of the white party, it actually happened here in the event space lounge at Tri-City. At the Fountainhead Network. Genevieve, you took the lead on that along with the team members, of course. Why don't you share a little bit about that, and then our audience can see what that looked like last year because we have full video of that. So why don't you share with us a little bit about how many people did you have and what did you do during that time, etc.
So we decided to have a limit of 50 people because we wanted to respect the space, right? So, if it wasn't a limit of 50 people, we probably would have 200 people because there was a huge and long waiting list. So those 50 very lucky people were with us to share the first in-person event that was hosted here at Fountainhead Network. And it was a great way to actually get to see people in person, to actually connect in person, because it's one thing on Zoom, but there's a limitation, right? So, and we created a lot of activities and games so people will actually interact with each other. We have amazing prices. I think we spoil people with like beautiful food and wine, and we had a beautiful sponsor that gave amazing things to us throughout the years, but also on that event. So it was amazing. And we're so thankful to all our sponsors. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I know you guys work hard behind the scenes in terms of gathering things up. So it can be, this was your first time, right? You want to make sure that more people are coming and you're spreading the word of Tri-Cities United throughout the Tri-Cities, right? And so I want to know, on Facebook, you always sort of put up the event. There's always this flurry. I know, like, I have FOMO all the time. When is the event and what's happening? And am I going to be, and people would put their names down and somebody then would respond and say, okay, you're number 2, you're number 3, because it would only be, it would be so many, like, different people. But now that it's in person, have you guys secured a location yet?
Yes, we have.
Yes. Do you want to share that with our audience?
Yes, we're really lucky to be sponsored today, this year, by this society, the French Society of Mallardville.
Okay. Do you want to say it in French?
La Société francophone de Mallardville. Yes.
Sounds much better, Genevieve.
So we're really lucky to have them. They actually participated to some of our events. They know about us. They love what we do. They're all about community. We're all about community. So they are our main sponsor this year. So it's actually very precious to all of us. Yes.
Okay, great. Any additional things that we need to know so that our viewers can find out about you? I think you're following on social media. Last time I checked was 600-700. Is it over 1,000 yet? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I think I took a glimpse of that, recently actually. So my number's wrong, but I thought, I think there's a 1 in front of that now. So, so how are you going to reach out to more people?
I would say, if you look at it, I think that we're going to have our community that attends speak for us, right? In the sense that they've come, they've enjoyed, they've played these community games with us, like that white party that we just spoke about, which was just such an interactive, fun event. I'm sure there's going to be voices that go back to say, you have to attend next year, And yes, why not change up the color next year? There's nothing wrong with that, right? That's what it's about, right? Change is great as well. So I think our community is actually going to speak for us that attended. They're going to be our voices. It's like when you go to an organization, who's the biggest advocates? The volunteers, So technically our biggest advocates are going to be the people who have attended and say, you have to be there. Yeah.
And with respect to, being part of the United Way, they helped you financially. Are they continuing on this for this coming year?
So United Way was excellent. They just when it started, Local Love Grant, right? That's where we started, and we all sort of applied for Local Love Grants, and the events went on for a whole year, the first year. So we are very appreciative to that. In time, we've then had sponsors that came on and also supported the events to make them grander, so we could do more in our gift bags and goodie bags that went out to community. So that was a fantastic piece as well. We have applied. United Way has reached out again to say, hey guys, we've seen the work you've done already. People are talking about it in the Tri-Cities. Please apply. So I reached out to Genevieve, Renata, and Shawna. I said, you know what? United Way has asked us to apply again. So we have, and there's an expectation that this year they'll also help us to make our events even better.
Mm-hmm. And I think that, we have a very generous community here, and people do want to support, maybe sometimes not monetarily, but in other ways that they can support, and they want to be part of this, because they want to belong. Like, I really feel that that's what our community wants. And even if it's, something in one of the gift bags, for example, they just want to get, not only, to promote themselves, but also just to be able to support an organization as well. Renata, any final words for us?
Yeah, so everybody is 100% invited to participate, contribute, attend our events. We absolutely love giving back to the community, help supporting each other. The group is just all about uniting, supporting, and full of love. So we appreciate all the opportunities that we've had, all the partnerships, and really look forward to this year. It's going to be amazing.
I know, it's going to be fantastic. Where can people find you? Are they looking at Tri-Cities United on Facebook for the majority of things?
Totally, and I think that there's no doubt that Genevieve, Shawna, Renata, and myself are also advocates for what we do, because again, it's come from just volunteering our time to our community. So besides reaching out to Tri-Cities United, anybody is welcome to reach out to us as well, and we'd be happy to bring them into our Tri-Cities United community for sure.
Yeah, that's fantastic, fantastic. Well, you heard it here today. Tri-Cities United is definitely a united group of people that believe in connection and community, as well as belonging. Something that was created during a pandemic is now going to be live and in person. They're having several events throughout the year, and we hope that you can join them. So check them out on Facebook at Tri-Cities United. I'm Kathy Chana with Tri-Cities Magazine. Thanks for watching.
From the Fountainhead Studios in Port Coquitlam, Tri-Cities Community TV brings you this coverage of Les Soirées en Blanc, the first actual in-person event to be held by Tri-Cities United.
It is a pleasure to be here tonight at the first event for Tri-Cities United in person. We called it La Soirée en Blanc. This is why we're dressed in white. I'm very lucky to be with Ashley Rebello. Ashley has been a sponsor, she's been supporting us, she's been one of our community champions, and she's been to many of our events. Tri-Cities United was actually founded at the beginning of the pandemic, and we know that people knew reality was people were going to be more alone, loneliness, and we wanted to create something that was going to make a difference. So we started creating monthly event, and 2 years later, now we get to meet in person. So, Ashley, I'm so happy to have you with us. I would like you to share with us what's your experience with Tri-Cities United.
Yes, my experience with this community was excellent. It was a community that brought us together. I knew nobody, but now I know everybody. So that's what it is all about. And I love everything about this community.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you. And I have with me one of the co-founders, Shawna Comey. Hi, Shawna.
Hi.
Tell us how you feel today. and tell us a little bit about like, the energy here in the space.
I am so happy that this is our first event in person. It's been such a great success meeting people that have been online with us, that we're finally getting to meet in person, having fun, doing games, just talking to people. And it's such a nice event, kind of coming out of COVID, that we're now finally getting to be in person. And I hope coming into the fall with our other events that we'll be able to all come together again and do in-person events. So, yeah.
And the next year, cheers to the next year, right? Welcome, Lisa. Today, Lisa, it's your first event with Tri-Cities United, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So, welcome. First of all, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Lisa, tell us how you feel and how do you like the community, and will you be coming back?
Oh, it was really fun. Like, this is the first time, and we don't know many people here, and great ambiance. Very friendly folks. We managed to meet a few people, and hopefully we see you guys again. So,
excellent.
Yeah. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, my French friend.
That's right, from Montreal.
And I have next to me Rosie Manhas. Rosie's been to all the events since the beginning of Tri-Cities United. So it's a pleasure to be standing next to her today. So Rosie, welcome to La Soirée en Blanc.
Thank you for having me. It's a wonderful event. I'm so excited to be here finally in person.
Rosie, I know you've been to many events. I know you even had referred people. So tell us a little bit why your heart is with us today.
Absolutely. I'm so privileged to be here tonight. I think it's a wonderful event. All the events are so community involved, and I think our community needs people to bring everyone together. And I just love the fact that this community is such an amazing group. Tri-Cities is so great. United Way has done an amazing thing by putting all these people together with Shawna, Vishad, Renata, and Jen. It's been such a pleasure to be a part of everything, to meet new people, and to share my story with everyone. So I think it's wonderful. Thank you for having me every time.
I am now with Vishad Dipal. Vishad Dipal is one of the co-founders with me of Tri-Cities United. Hi, Vishad.
Hi, Genevieve.
So tell me, how do you feel after 2 years of online event? The energy is like unbelievable. I want to know, how's your heart feeling today?
I think my heart's feeling just very, very happy today. I think more than anything else today, it's just about knowing after 2 years of being online, we brought all these amazing people together, and it makes it so special, like to know. So I think today, if you had to ask me, it's just a amount of elation and excitement that is just astounding. You know, it's all about community, and community-minded people always stick together. So thank you for the opportunity as well.
I am now with Becca Lewis. Becca has been to many events, also with Tri-Cities United. Becca, I want you to tell me about your experience with Tri-Cities United. Do you have a favorite event with Tri-Cities United?
I think my favorite event is probably the chocolate making. That was fun. Or the birdhouse one was fun too. So any of the ones I can do with my kids are usually lots of fun.
Yes, we do try to do events with little ones. We include the children, so a lot of craft events, and of course chocolate. Who doesn't like chocolate? Well, thank you for being here, and have a great evening.
You too.
I am now with Renata Steele. Renata is with me again, one of the co-founder of Tri-Cities United. Renata, I want to know how you're feeling today and what's your take on this event, and also I want you to talk to us about what's coming next year.
Such an amazing event with beautiful Genevieve, Vishad, and Shawna. So honored to be here, making a true difference in our community, bringing people together, connecting and uniting and supporting. Next year is going to be amazing. So excited. More people, more events, more prizes, and lots of fun. And the most important thing is community. Love Tri-Cities United, loving the pulse of our community, uniting people, and helping with socialization. Thank you.
Thank you, Renata. I am now with Trish Mendeo. Trish is a city councilor, and she has been to some of her events. I just want to say thank you for all the time that you spend helping people. You've been quite a rock in our community, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today. So tell us about your experience here tonight and with Tri-Cities United.
Thank you. So just so you know, I was at your very first event that you had. When you had the vision and you were putting everything into place, I was there. And it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to be at all the meetings, but super, super excited about the work that you did and all those people that you helped during the pandemic. They needed you. And you rose up when people really needed you, and that's what's important. And tonight was a celebration of that, having people that have never seen each other. They might have seen each other on video, on Zoom, but today they got to see each other, and that's a beautiful ending or beginning of the next phase. So congratulations.
Thank you, Trish. It's an honor to have you with us today. Thank you.